welcome back to Elmcreek for episode 25 of our Let's Play on Farm Simulator 22. The couple of things today. We'll go and check to make sure there's enough space here. There is. And the same there. Yep, so they'll just build up for the time being. I've just been on to look at, I might as well get this moved actually. And I've left the engine running now, brilliant. Yep, we'll get that honey moved quickly. Just before we come on, I just had a quick look at the contracts and there's one on there that we're going to start because it'll send us a good way of doing of getting a cereal factory. There's actually a couple on there that I'd like to do, but there's one in particular. Just get this put in here and then I'll be able to show you. I think once we do get the cereal factory, I know that we're going to continue making it, but I don't think there's going to be an issue with the honey, is there? We've sold a good chunk as well already. Right, contract. There it is. So field 68. I am worried about whether it's going to complete or not. But for that amount of money, it's worth a try, isn't it? So we will borrow the equipment. And what I'll do, I'll get the equipment down there and we'll probably go straight into a time lapse. We'll have to jump in the middle. I might come back for some of it during the middle as well, but we'll yeah, we'll get down there and we'll get cracking. So, we're at the end, or nearly at the end, of our sugar beet harvest, as we then go and miss a bit immediately. Standard behaviour. Right, we'll go again. We've just emptied into the trailer. We've obviously got this strip here, one strip back up, and there's a tiny bit left over there. We've actually, I'll show you on the map. Right. So this, where we're at, this is where we've been unloading. That, the same as FS19, I think, has got a 500,000 litre capacity, which means we've had to start unloading in this one. So that one's the west one. What I'm hoping, I say what I'm hoping, it doesn't really matter to be honest, because I wasn't going to keep them, but normally with any other crop, what I would hope would be everything in one silo would be enough to cover the contract, and then we'd be left over with the other. But to be honest, I think I'm just going to sell, and I'm missing a bit more. I think I'm just going to sell everything anywhere, because there's nothing that I'm going to be doing with the sugar beet. The options are, you've got two basically. You can either buy the sugar mill and make the sugar beet into sugar, or you can chop it and send it to the biogas. I'm not overly sure. I've just reminded us of something as well. I'll come back to that though. I'm not overly sure if you don't own the biogas, if you just get a reduced price or not. I have no idea. And I'm pretty sure the biogas plant on here is about $1.5 million. I know there's different sized ones, but I'm sure the big one's $1.5 million. And you'd need a lot of sugar beet to cover that. Although, I was going to say, if you remember, you won't remember because I never recorded this, but the game that I had a game going on Stone Valley, and the price for sugar beet at the BGA there was $900 per 1,000 litres. It was ridiculous, and I made millions, absolutely millions. It also took days at a time to harvest, but made absolutely millions. It was actually how I unlocked the achievement for having 10 million in the bank. I know you could probably do that by putting the government subsidies on, but it's not something that I would do personally. The only time I use government subsidies is when things happen in game, really, when you get screwed over in game. Ones that I'm recording, ones that I'm not recording, I couldn't care less about. But missing more here. Yeah, I use government subsidies a lot in my farm and life roleplay as well. Just if we're gonna, so if we add into the story, say we need, I don't know, a big harvester like this, then obviously I need to put the money in somehow, don't I? So without that, we wouldn't be able to do the roleplay series. It would be virtually impossible to do it the way that we do it now. I was just looking before I come back on this map, because this second part, it's been done quite a little while after the initial harvest. We're so far ahead, it's unbelievable. I think I've released, at this point, this is now the Tuesday, something like the 30th, is it Tuesday the 30th today, 30th of November, and I've only just released possibly episode 17 today. No, I tell you, I haven't released 17. I've released the final episode of Jack Pine. That's what I released. So we might have only released 16 episodes of Elmcreek, which is crazy when you think this is episode 25. That's how far ahead I am. Just want to make sure I get all these bits, because the last time I did a big sugar beet harvest, once I'd done enough to complete the contract, it wouldn't let us do any of this. Right. Leave that running, because we have to. I used a worker in some of it. I'll show you once. It was basically when I was carting. I was putting a worker on, but once I've been paid for everything, we'll see how much we paid for workers and how much we've made. I know that in editing, because I've already done the very first bit of this, I haven't shown much of the harvest, because is there any point really? I think I may be showing about 3 minutes of it time lapsed, right at the start. Maybe a couple of trips to the sell point, and then right at this very end now. What I'm going to do quickly is, before I go and get the rest of the harvest, I found some more collectibles. Somewhere here. Somewhere, there they are. There's one. So 8 more sheep left. 8 more cows. And 8 more horses. I don't actually know if they're the only ones. Again, it was the colours. I just spotted the random colours. And that's what prompted us to come and have a look. But like with any other one, I've never collected one that hasn't been on camera yet, so I probably forgot some of them. There's some of them down this bottom part of the map as well. There's some round the pond, and there's some round... Right, so there's some round that area that I've seen, and there's some round either here or here. I can't remember. One of them that I've seen is a really sneaky one on top of a roof as well. But again, I can't remember what roof. It's one of the buildings over there. Right, that'll do. We'll take this up to this sell point. I'll put the map back on. Again, stuff like this. The minimap, never play with. Help windows, never play with. Field info, never play with. I found, just with it being a new game really, I found it helpful to have them on. I'm sure when I start getting used to things, they'll I'll take them off again. The good thing with finishing Jack Pine now, as well, is the only series I've got going that's on 19 is, and I've just seen another collectible, didn't say that one before. Doing well here, aren't we? Yeah, the only series I've got going on 19 now is My Family Life roleplay, so I won't be getting confused with all the buttons and stuff again. Right, I'll switch off, I'll leave that in there, and we'll make sure there's no more collectibles around here. Right, we'll jump over to where we need to be. Right, we've just missed the train. So we'll bring it back. Didn't see which direction it went. I assume this way because... just because these were down when I got here. Where are we at here? 600 meters away. Yeah, these were down, but I couldn't see it. So I just assumed it had gone off map. Here it comes. Right. I'm hoping that there's four carriages we can fit in here. Because each one takes 100,000, doesn't it? Really hope this doesn't screw me over. Ah, that one done. It said it only had 90,000 in that first one. I thought it was 100,000 in each. Maybe it's just... nah, I don't get it. I don't get it. Nice. Is that next one good to go as well? Is that one just for liquids? And there's the back one. Right, surely that other one. I can't just transport even. Ah, there we are. Right, 300,000. I'm going to save it and come back on. Let's get going. 300,000 litres of sugar beet. See what it gives us. Yep. Right, 50%. 50% done. And what have we got left? It says 50% done, it's 95% complete, which means we don't need to send anywhere near that amount, do we? Right, so if you need 15, what do we think? Half of that, 150,000. Or have I already said that I'm going to just complete it all anyway? I have, haven't I? So our discussion is pretty pointless at the minute. And it's just the best price regardless. And I don't need them. So let's just get it back and get it all in. I might keep the 34,000. Just because I don't think it'd be particularly worth doing. I'll come back once the train's here. Right, we've got the train back. We filled up with the remaining 200,000 litres that was in that particular silo. Obviously we need to head back to the other one and get the rest of it. Oh, another 100,000 litres of it, that is. Pretty much about to pass where we were working, aren't we? This is one of these ones, you'll be able to see the harvester still in there. There it is, just past it. Right, so I think this is the first one. Is this not where we fill up? It seems off, doesn't it? It's not like in summer. I'm pretty sure I haven't filled that first one. I also haven't opened that first one, which is the issue. My word. Ah, look at that, it's empty now. Strange, isn't it? Absolute dial. Right, 300,000 we go. Let's get going. Yeah, that's the one we've just been in. You can see the harvester in the background there. And is that, yeah, that's our cornfield there that we've just harvested as well. I mean, it's going to take us some way, I think, to getting that the cereal factory. We're not going to be too far off, really, after. I say we're not going to be too far off. We're still going to be a good, I don't know, 30 grand or so. Yes. Why has it just done that? Where's the rest of the sugar beet gone? Why does it do that? Oh, that is soul destroying. Absolutely soul destroying. Right. That's. Oh, that's awful. Right, so we're making $40,241, which is still pretty good, but I mean that's took us all day, all this in-game day it's took us, and it's took us hours as well. We'll collect that. What else we got in there? We still got a sowing contract. We have for sunflowers. Right, we're gonna leave this episode here. On the, I mean, we got 40 grand. That's good. We probably had 200,000 litres of sugar beet that we didn't need to send there. That's the bad point. But thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again in the next episode.